What are you talking about, soup and salad?
Well, we got that
for lunch today.
Well, it's always kind of my motto. Soup and salad get you good in life. Yeah.
I just heard soup and salad.
That's right. Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention.
I was putting my order in for after the show.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Well,
yeah.
My wing place.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. This weekend, Saturday.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
It's Saturday. Wings and sports. That's all you got. But today we got that good soup and salad weather.
It is cloudy out there.
Yeah. It's just one of those days. But it's fall, so it's an autumn-like day.
Okay.
That's what we like to see. You want to know if it's going to? Yeah, you want to know if it's going to stick around for the weekend, right?
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why I'm going to answer.
I'm already mad that it's not here already.
Hey, you know what? Because of that, I just want you to reflect on what I brought you earlier this week. Okay, Matt?
True.
See, before thank you for noticing. And just in case you didn't notice, like Matt just did, I do want to point out we were in the 70s just a couple of days ago. Remember that? Well, that was about 10 to 15 degrees above average. Beautiful weather. And then, of course, yesterday we saw that cool front come through. We hit 60 officially at the airport, but many of us stayed in the 50s. And today, we've only made it up into the low 50s so far. So definitely a big change out there with those temperatures this week. As you look at your numbers, 50 degrees in Logan, 52 in Salt Lake City. Good afternoon in Provo. You're still hovering in the mid to upper 40s right now. We've got 61 in Green River, 68 degrees in Milford, and 62 in St. George. Let's get you down to southern Utah first, where we've got lots of blue skies showing up. As you can see, the mountains in the background. Here, this is approaching Bryce Canyon. Ruby's Inn. Looking gorgeous out there this afternoon, a little on the cool side, but still a pretty nice day. Meanwhile, you get to Bear Lake, not so gorgeous. Typically, we love to see the lake views out there, but right now we've got some of those dark clouds that are showing up. They look pretty ominous out there, but don't worry. Please do not fear. We're not looking at any major precipitation moving in. Just a front that's coming through with not a lot of fanfare except for the clouds. And that's pretty much going to be the story as this continues to make its way through the area this afternoon and evening. So as you look at your forecast, you see the front slicing through northern Utah now. As we continue throughout the afternoon, we get the winds to switch out of the north and west again. That could be just enough energy and juice to squeeze out a spotty, isolated shower, primarily up towards Cache Valley into southwest Wyoming. I just don't see much out of this. And otherwise, after that, you can definitely tell high pressure builds in. There is not a cloud around Utah as we go into your Saturday, not a cloud around Utah as we go into your Sunday. As double barrel area of high pressure builds in out west, and that means everything is going to go way up and around us off towards the eastern half of the country, so we stay high and dry. So the rest of today, we'll see those temperatures in the 50s to near 60 off towards most of northern Utah, and we'll be in the mid-60s to mid-70s down across southern Utah. As you look at your weekend forecast, that reinforcing shot of cooler air actually really settles in for the weekend, so we'll have sunshine, but it will be a little on the cooler side. We'll call it seasonal, but highs only in the 50s here for us along the northern half of the state with lows well down into the 30s. St. George, you'll see those temperatures in the low to mid-70s with lows in the 40s. So if you do want to get out there and rake some of those leaves or go to a corn maze, perfect fall-like weather. All right, let's talk about this weather pattern, because once we get rid of this storm system, we're going to see that northwesterly flow through the weekend, so it'll remain on the cool side. But here's that ridge of high pressure really strengthening across the western half of the country. But the law of physics, what goes up must come down somewhere. And so as the ridge goes up out west, the trough comes down off to the east, and they're going to see their first real blast of Arctic air as a part of the polar vortex breaks off, and that's going to send an early season chill all the way across the central and eastern half of the country. In fact, we're looking at temperatures that below freezing all the way down into the Tennessee Valley. But look at that, areas down towards the Gulf Coast looking at frost concerns. We're talking Houston, New Orleans, over towards Panama City. But not here in Salt Lake City, St. George, Price, or anywhere else in between, as we're going to be dealing with that ridge of high pressure and above average temperatures for us next week. Now, as we get towards the end of next week into the weekend, we start to see a pattern flip, and that may lead to more active conditions with wetter conditions, and that could result into some cooler conditions as well. So we'll fine-tune that. We know we want some that winter-like season to get going here for our ski resorts. We'll see how that plays out for the second half of the month. St. George, highs in the 70s over the next 7 days with lots of sunshine. Your Veterans Day looking pretty good right now. Look at those temperatures in the mid-70s. The Wasatch Front, 50s through the weekend. We'll see more sunshine, but then we start to warm it above average as we move into next week. Matt?